Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A macro update on the Ukraine front. Short, what do we have here? We have the Ukrainian troops allegedly or reportedly storm Russian positions in Pokrovsk with Bradley firepower. This is a commercial for the American industrial complex. That's what it is. When you hear that the F-16s did this, or the, Abrams tanks did this, or the Bradley firepower did this. This is just for the possible buyers understanding that, hey, those are good. Well, that's what you need to do. Here, this is the first one. Ukrainian troops storm Russian positions near Pokrovsk with Bradley firepower. All right, they got like 5 of them remaining, and that the firepower. Where is that located? Here, this is the map of Ukraine. And we have Pokrovsk in the Donetsk People Republic, or Donetsk Oblast, however you prefer. Okay, so Pokrovsk is right here. Krasnoarmeysk, that's what it's called, and by the Russians, and Pokrovsk by the Ukrainians. Here is Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Right here, these guys destroyed the Russians, they claim. Let's see. And I'm quoting, "Our assault troops cleared positions of Russian invaders in Pokrovsk direction." End quote, the unit stated, releasing a video from the battlefield. I don't deny Ukrainian successes whatsoever, but I'm not a baboon either. The assault unit operated efficiently and cohesively. Defenders noted, sharing details of the operation. The M2 Bradley IFV provided fire cover for the assault groups. Drone operators supported with targeted troops, and the soldiers smoked out the occupiers from their shelters. These guys say, all right, well, good for you. That means you are going to get out of the possible encirclement. All right, next one. Again, from the New Voice of Ukraine, they're going to tell us that Russian forces advanced near 6 settlements in Donetsk Oblast. I'm going to mention the settlements. Russian invasion forces have made advances near 6 settlements in Donetsk Oblast. Analysts from the Deep State Monitoring Project reported in a summary published on Telegram on January 31st. The advances were noted near the settlements of Rivnopol, Rozdolnie, Yantarnia, Petropavlivka, Baranivka, and in Udachnie in Donetsk Oblast. All of them are over there. Earlier, Deep State reported that the Russian army has captured the village of Novomlinsk in Kharkiv Oblast. I'm going to show you where that is, where Ukrainian defense forces had cleared one of the Russian strongholds in early December 2024. So they say in Donetsk, they advance. These the positions where the Russians advance at this point could be 4. One right here in this area. The other one is in Pokrovsk, and obviously you have Kurakovo. And then you have in Toretsk right here. Then you got in Chasiv Yar, and sometimes you have in right here, which is Liman. The Kharkov is this area where the Russians are advancing towards Kupiansk from the north and from the south. And the Russians did this. Russia strikes Ukraine's gas infrastructure, Ministry of Defense. This is February 1st, 2025. The targeted facilities supported Kiev's defense industrial complex, and they used the Polish side of Ukraine, which is the western side. The Russian military has launched a wave of strikes on Ukraine's gas emergency energy infrastructure. This is what they say. The objective of the strike has been met. All designated targets have been hit, officials said, without enumerating the facilities affected or listing the forces involved in the attack. You like this? Now, this is journalism if they didn't know. They don't, okay, they did, they said this. This is according to Sputnik. They said they did this, but they didn't provide any names. Ukrainian officials have confirmed strike in several regions while reporting blackouts, specifying damage to energy infrastructure in Poltava region and Ukraine-controlled part of Zaporozhye region. Leader Vladimir Zelensky also said, finally, they don't call him Ukrainian, also said that there have been damage in Odesa, Sumy, Kharkiv, Kharkov, Khmelnytsky and Kiev regions, and that the attacks involved missile strikes, drones and aerial bombs. He said that 3 people, Pakaraka, Tsakamaka. But what did the Poles do? Right there. Poland scrambled fighter jets due to Russian missile strike on Ukraine. But don't hold your... The reason why I picked this article from December 25 with Poland scrambled fighter jets due to Russian missile strike on Ukraine, this is from 25 of December, is because today, right here, on the 1st of February, the Polish military does the same thing. Poland scrambled fighters and puts air defense on alert due to Russian missile attack on Ukraine's west. As I said, now the Russians here, in this article and Ministry of Defense report, they didn't say anything more than westward than Khmelnytsky. That is, let me show you where Khmelnytsky is. So the Russians did not mention anything in the west. They mentioned Khmelnytsky is right here. This is where they did it. Now you can say, well, this is west. This is the Polish part. I know Poland wants the whole thing here. That's how their claim, but it's a different story. So the Poles scrambled their jets and the air defense on alert. Yes, you should do that. Why? I tell you why. I am waiting for an order from NATO. Maybe it's not going to happen now since Trump is there. But who knows, the Pentagon is an independent entity within the US government, my friends. They will just shoot accidentally or as in self-defense some of the Russian incoming missiles or drones here. And that will trigger NATO direct fight with, which I think it has been happened already in Ukraine, with the Russians. And what's going to happen next? Zelensky will celebrate and his Shalom dance will start. Here let's read a little bit about this scrambling the jets. Poland scrambled its fighter jets on the morning of Saturday, 1st February, and put its ground-based air defenses on alert in response to a large-scale Russian missile attack on Ukraine. The command noted that all available assets and personnel had been deployed and the situation was being monitored constantly. They will make a mistake or in self-defense will do that. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting. Attention! Polish and Allied aircraft, that's the occupying forces in Poland, have begun operating in our airspace in connection with a Russian attack, which is particularly targeting facilities located in Ukraine's west, the statement said. Good, you should do that. You should do that, my friends. Next one. This is an article that hails Ukrainians' new military achievements. Military Observer hails Ukrainian 250-kilogram bomb drones as next millennium. So the Ukrainians say that they have now a 250-kilogram bomb drone. Right? And they're very happy about it. But yesterday we had the baboon Yermak, in my video I featured him, who was upset right here. Russia deploys Shahed drones with an enhanced 90-kilogram warheads, Yermak. So in this video I made yesterday, Yermak was crying that the Russians are now arming the Shahed drones with 90-kilogram warheads. And that's a bad thing, man. But on the other hand, they are having 250-kilogram bomb drones. I think 250 kilogram is bigger than 90 kilogram. It's more than twice. So I don't know. What do you think? Obviously, it's war, but is it a lie coming from the Ukrainians with 250? I don't care if it's a lie, but I don't want to say warn you. I'm going to point out to you that if the Ukrainians will have this capability of using drones hitting, let's say 800 kilometers far, they can hit London, they can hit Berlin, Munich, München, Paris, Vienna, Roma. They can do all these things, or Rome. All right? And who's going to stop them? The Americans? They can unleash all these things against people that might not like one day. Things could change just like this. I like you today, tomorrow I don't like you. So I'm waiting. I'm not the guy I want that to happen. I think it's inevitable, where you're going to have some bad actors settling scores with other bad actors or people that they don't like in the West. The guys that provided them with the technology and with the weapons. I'm waiting. Have you seen those javelins? Do you know how far they can shoot? Do you know how accurate they are? They tell us they're fantastic. Buy one, get one free. Now, if you have one of those, and I'm going to make just to give you a hint how these people could operate. Have you seen that horrible accident between that airplane in Washington, D.C. and that helicopter? How low it was? Now, with that javelin that you have, this big, right, could be carried across the southern border in United States of America, or a drone this big from the southern border with a little something, a ball underneath, could go and fly wherever the hell these guys want. They can go over the U.S. Congress. You send 50 of those. What do the guys do? Pew, 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 pew. What are they going to, with electronic warfare? I mean, those guys in Ukraine are more advanced now with the warfare than these guys here. Yeah, they're monitoring, they're involved and so on. Just imagine someone that's like a senator who votes in the wrong way, let's say it. Or someone doesn't like a company, a CEO of a company who says, no, man, I would allow free speech on X. What do you think these guys can do? Or they don't like it. They're going to send a few drones. It's not hard. You can have a lot of bodyguards. Your car with a drone or with a javelin is out. The same with an airplane. It's my friends. Okay? So I predict this will happen. And I predict it will happen probably now more than ever, because that's the way these guys are going to, throw a wrench in the works of Donald Trump. And the media will focus the baboons around into that, not into making America great again, but making America fight whatever these guys are going to hijack that policy, that direction to, we've been attacked, we haven't been protected by Trump, and they will switch the conversation of working towards making America great into fighting terrorism. And then see how this is going to happen. The media will be overrun, whatever, going to be like crazy, switching the narrative. They're going to get this incident and they will make it like this, and the other make America great or whatever you want to call it, you're going to make it ignore. It's going to be on the somewhere over there just a little bit. Who's that? So that's the way these guys are operating. Wait and see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.